Hello everyone and welcome to my channel once again. So today we are gonna be talking armor and resistances, how to keep them, what is the best way to keep them, why it is the best way, and well, pretty much the only way to do so, at least for a barbarian, and what it would mean for us not to do it that way. We will also have a look at how important it is to keep armor and whether we even have to keep armor to actually optimize our builds for the current endgame. So let's dive right in. So I prepared for you my 3 builds. Well, actually, I have 2 builds, either Hoda or Ren, and then I have some variations. So first, let's have a look at Hoda. This is my normal Hoda build, where I am keeping resistances, and yes, you guessed it, through boots. TLDR, there is no better way to cap resistances than through boots, and then getting the rest of resistances through your gems and having 2 rings with the same resistance. Here you can see it's double fire resistance ring. The reason why is that if we wanted to cap some other way, we would simply lose too much to make it beneficial. So here, as you can see, I'm taking all of the damage I can get. I'm maxing out on ire. I am maxing out on the life nodes, extra additive physical damage increase here and there. Like, I'm maxing out on damage here. And this is like super optimized. I'm also avoiding nodes like denial or nodes like conditioned to not overcap on the resistances. Here you can see I'm just tiny bit above the 70% cap. Now, if we look at the board, where I actually don't have 3 resistances, but I only have 2 resistances on my boots, plus DR injured, and then again the rest is gained through the gems and 2 rings of the same resist affix. I had to move points from both the starting point and the Blood Rage board to Carnage, where I got some extra cold resistance, and also Warbringer, where I got the extra fire resistance. Like, it's easy. Both of the boards, it's easy to get there. On the Warbringer, it's the easiest because it's just 3 points and you are there. I also this time took the denial node for some extra 6% to all resistances. Okay, but what it cost me? It cost me around 15. It cost me around 15 damage while berserking additive stat, which also resulted in 4%. Wait, so that in that case it had to cost me 20. In that case it had to cost me 20 the additive damage while berserking, because we lost 4% multiplicative damage increase in the Blood Rage. Okay. We lost all of the additive damage from the physical damage in the starting board. Okay. And we also lost HP. We lost around 700 HP, as you can see. 26,500, and this is not even precise. Okay, the max roll planner cannot do the multiplication of HP that the game itself does. This is more than 40,000 HP built within the game, because now with season 3 also max life is being boosted by total HP affixes. Okay, like your gems or your paragon board nodes, and all of that just keeps on multiplying plus the Doomringer. So yeah. So we lost definitely more than 700. Here you can see 26,500, and in the normal board it's 27,200. And losing HP also means losing damage with Hota, because, or any overpower build, because overpower is based on your 45 life plus, well, the overpower affix. So we lost not only the additive damage, the multiplicative damage from Blood Rage, as you can see here, 77%. Now, if we go back, if this decides to work, then here we are only 73%. So we not only lost the additive, but also we lost so much damage, period. Okay? And all we gained all we gained was damage reduction while injured. Now, damage reduction while injured, even though it is good, we no longer have endgame like Abathur of Zir. We simply do not need it. Like, maybe you saw some of my gameplays, especially like the early season 3 gameplays. I am defeating T100s as level 95 with 12,000 HP. 12,000 HP. Now I have like best in slot items. I'm missing a few, but you know, I got a lot of Ubers now. And I'm 25,000 HP, so I'm more than double the HP. Like, do you really think I need DR injured when I had no issues before? Like, definitely if you are going for Gauntlet, you are gonna be aiming to get the best in slot gear. And if you have the best in slot gear, trust me, DR injured simply won't do anything for you. And if you look at the other affixes that boots can give us, you know, a lot of the people are like, but I want to use something else. But there is nothing, literally nothing. Like, if we have a look, resistances, that's good. Movement speed after killing an elite, useless. We are pretty much 200% movement speed at all times. Dodge chance, useless. All stats and strength, pretty much useless. I mean, not useless, but you know, getting any core stat above 1000 value halves the damage increase. So 63 strength is not 6.3% damage increase. It's actually just 3.15%. Okay, so even if we combine these two, and we would have to get the resistance, like another resistance from the board, not just the two that we got, then it would still not make up for the loss of damage we got from those two boards. So like, this is pretty much useless as well, you know. Then the other stats for other classes, useless. Fortify generation, useless. Circling duration, useless. We have 100% uptime thanks to charge. Flow duration reduction, useless. Fury cost reduction, useless. It will even break the synergy for your Hoda. Like, it might have some use for dual swing and rend, but then again, dual swing and rend are not using unbridled rage like Hoda. We are using unconstrained there, or gushing wounds. So we are not even spending as much energy. So again, like, fury cost reduction on boots, useless. And then we got dodge chance against distant enemies and shrine buff duration, both useless. So yeah, like, literally the only affix in the game that has some use is the DR injured on your boots. So I'll be honest with you, stop trying to not use resistances on your boots, because there is simply no better way. There is nothing to use on your boots. Instead, all you like, the only outcome that you get from trying to do so is you lose damage. You lose damage, and you also lose survivability. The reason why is that if you lose HP, you also lose DR, or like, you lose effective HP against elemental damage. Elemental damage is pretty much, you know, almost all of the damage in the game, or all of the damage that can kill you. There are only like 2 attacks in the game that are physical and can kill you, and that is the corpse bow and like the big, you know, goat man with an axe trying to crush your head with it. So like, there's no point. There is no point getting the resistances elsewhere and thus losing survivability. Okay, and that brings me to the other thing, and that is armor cap. Now, considering almost all of the damage that can kill us is elemental, do we actually need to reach the armor cap? And what even is the armor cap? The armor cap is 13.2 or 13.4 thousand armor. Okay, and that will get us the 85% damage reduction against enemies level 154. There are 2 most used calculators. This one is, you know, pretty basic, or like very generalized. And then there is the other one where you can also count the effective health by inserting your HP, your other DRs, etc. Like, in both, if like I go from the armor cap of, let's say here it's 13.2k to 12,000, which is what all of my builds are running. And the reason why 12,000 is because just equipping your items plus the Juggernaut aspect equals 12,000. Okay, and as you can see, it's not even 11% damage reduction loss against physical. It's only against physical. Okay, so there is no need to chase after some values that you find online for the armor cap, for example, at least for a barbarian, because we are very tanky. Some squishy classes, you know, might need the extra armor, but I doubt it. Like, I'm one of the squishier classes main, or it's like one of my mains, and that's a rogue. And yeah, I'm definitely not dying in T100s with lower armor. So like the armor caps around 13,000, but do you need it? You do not. You gain more benefit out of repositioning those points into more damage, because, you know, the best defense is better offense. Like, if you kill the enemy before it can do any damage, then, well, you will take no damage, and thus you will not require that extra armor, which once again helps with almost nothing within the game. And there are also builds, you know, that are not using the Warbringer or Weapon Masters boards, meaning they do not have easy access to resistances. Like, for example, my Gushing Wounds Rend build is like pure damage over time build. I'm still working on it, but the Paragon board wise, like, I doubt I can do anything better. I am still kind of thinking like Starless Skies, or maybe if I can figure out something better with the ring. But either way, this is a build. I'm still missing the Evernight Schnitzel Stone, okay? And I'm missing an amulet with extra damage, and I think I was missing something else as well. But, you know, like, missing Evernight and thus 4 skill points in your gear is quite huge. And this build is doing 20 million rend damage, or up to 20 million rend damage. Okay, so it's like super optimized for damage. And there is simply nothing I can take away to get the resistances. You know, this is like precisely to have 6 glyphs to absolutely maximize on like vulnerable damage for my hemorrhage, you know, to maximize on all of the damage while berserking, to maximize on all of the crit strike damage to be boosted by Grandfather, to then boost the, you know, bleeding damage with Gushing Wounds. So like, in such a hardcore optimized build, there is simply no way to remove some points to get an armor or resistance that is simply not needed, when we can, you know, cap it by using it on our boots. Like, the only resistance I can get to is like cold resistance here in the Carnage, or poison resistance in Exploit. But then again, like, I would have to reposition points to be able to proc this node, while I do not need it for any other rare nodes on the Hemorrhage board, even though it's the last board. Like, as I said, super optimized builds will not be using resistances on the Paragon board, and unless we get a different kind of endgame, or, you know, some updates to monsters and physical damage, etc., won't be rushing and chasing after armor either, because what we got is enough. And it's like, I am running right now 25,000 HP, and the Hona build can easily do 45,000 HP without even like stacking HP. Actually, like, you can go up to 100,000 HP with Hona, etc. You know, so like, armor, nah, like if you just take your items, slot Juggernaut, as you can see, 6,000 plus 6,000 Juggernaut, 12,000 on the calculator. Once again, you know, let's try on the other calculator as well. If we change it to 12,000, it's like, on this one, it's, you know, a bit more, it's 13%. On the other, it wasn't even 11, but yeah, it's nothing. It's just not worth it. So I hope you know better understand how resistances work, how armor work, how to get the caps, how important they are, and how to, well, even find out yourself how much DR you would actually lose if you just look up these armor calculators online. I will even have them in the description down below. So if you like the video, please give me a like, share, subscribe, whatever it is. You know, all of that will make me very, very happy, as it will help my channel grow. You know, comments, if you don't know what to comment, you can even just comment algorithm. That will help me as well. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one.